Are you trapped in a social media vortex? What does that mean? That means you've tried a few things on social media front. You hired an agency, maybe you have an in-house team, but you haven't seen the needle move on your revenue or profits. You wonder whether social media even works for your company, your industry, and what can you do to make social media work for you where you actually see your revenue and profits go up. If that's you, keep watching this video. In this video, I'm going to talk about 10 big mistakes that small and medium business owners make, because of which social media marketing does not generate the kind of revenue that they want it to generate. My name is Sanjay Wadhwa. I'm an international business coach and I work with growth-minded, ambitious entrepreneurs, and I help them double their revenues while freeing their time and involvement so that they can do what they love doing while their business keeps growing. Having a social media marketing agency is like having a great driver for a great car. Let's take this example and say social media marketing is an amazing car, like the best of the best, and you hire an agency that does a fairly good job or understands social media marketing fairly well, which means that agency is a great driver. Now you sit in the car, get the driver and say, okay, let's go for a spin. You want to reach a destination and the ride is so comfortable, so comforting that you kind of sit back, relax, and just drift into a sleep. Like so comfortable. You don't get any bumps, no roadblocks, no honking. The driver is amazing at driving. A couple of hours later, when you wake up, you see that you're still at the same location. You asked for the driver, and the driver said, we went for a long spin and we came back to the same location because you didn't tell us where you want to go. Now, this is the real challenge with most business owners when it comes to social media. They hire a social media agency and they think now the agency is going to tell us where to go. But that's not true. That's not right. The agency knows how to navigate the social media marketing jungle really well. But you still need to give it directions. You still need to tell the social media agency where to go and which route to take. And if you can tell them that, then the right agency can actually help you navigate social media really well, and that will help you generate revenues and profit. In this video, I'm going to talk about 10 social media mistakes that you must avoid as a small and medium business owner, and I will also give you some actionable tips that you can actually go ahead and apply in your business to actually see the social media needle move, the revenues and profits grow through your social media efforts. Keep watching. Mistake number one is a lack of a strategy. Okay, you cannot hire a social media agency or a team and say, hey, this is our business, go do social media. That doesn't work. You need to define a strategy for your social media marketing, and strategy is almost like deciding three big things. One, where we currently are, where do we want to go, and what's the route to go from point A to point B. Now, in social media terms, these are the three things you must define. Who is your ideal target customer? Who is your customer that you want to go behind? Social media marketing is such a vast ocean that any effort that you put in that can easily get lost, and therefore it's important to go corner a small area and make it your pond. Be a big fish in a small pond, which means take a target market, take an ideal customer, and then make sure that all your social media efforts are driven to that target customer. The more that target customer buys from you, the more money you make, the more different target markets you can define. But to begin with, let's define one target market and go behind one ideal customer. It's very easy for you to find out who's your ideal customer. Go back, look in your business, and look at which are the type of customers who have given you the most business, who you've enjoyed working with, and they really value your products and service. If you know any such customer category, and if you look at your past business record, you will easily find these are the top 10-15% of your customers who give you a bulk of your business. Then you can actually go behind this kind of target market. Okay, so first define your ideal customer and ideal target market, and then go behind that. That's point number one. Once you've decided your ideal target market, ideal customer to go behind, the second thing to do is to set clear goals of what is it that you want to happen. How many of these ideal customers who don't know you, or maybe don't even know your business or company that it exists, how many of them will start knowing you? Okay, that's the first goal you want to set. The second goal you want to set is how many of the people who know you but still have not transacted with you, interacted with you, engaged with you, how many of them will transact, interact, and engage with you in a meaningful way? And what is that meaningful way? Will they get on a call with you? Will they give you an appointment? Will they meet someone who is your sales representative? Will they download a report? What is that meaningful engagement that you will know that, hey, I now have so many people engaging with me? And do not get fooled by social media posts, likes and comments. Well, they are important, but they just indicate that now people are aware of you and your company. The real engagement starts when they start engaging with your sales process. So set goals around that. Okay. And the third is you want to really look at what is your calendar of activities going to look like on social media. How frequently are you going to post? What kind of posts are designed to get strangers to get to know you, people who know you to engage with you, then build relationship and trust so that you can make a value proposition or a proposal to them, and then there is a chance that some of them will buy. So what does the calendar look like? Does it cover all the various aspects, and is not just an Excel file with, hey, these are the kind of blogs we'll write, or these are the kind of posts we'll do, and these are the channels we'll use? But it really is a calendar of activities that you can see moves the needle of a set of people going from strangers to getting to know you, from knowing you to liking you, from liking you to trusting you enough to get into your sales cycle, so that a percentage of them ends up buying from you. Okay, so 3 action steps: define your ideal customer. Second, set clear goals for these parameters. And third, create a plan, a calendar, which is in depth and takes the strangers through the journey to the buying cycle. So takes them through your funnel. Make sure you do that. Let's look at mistake number 2. Mistake number 2 that most small, medium business owners make around social media marketing is to ignore the analytics. Now, I know it's a complicated animal. Sometimes when the social media agency or your team comes up and shows you the analytics, you can go bonkers with it. There are too many numbers. But look, there are many analytical tools. Use some of these tools to analyze what's happening in your social media. Second, you must, and this is a big must, you must review the results on a constant, regular basis and use the intelligence of the analytics to shape the next set of strategy. All you need to do as a business owner is to be able to understand the analytics enough for you to raise a few questions with your agency, and for your agency to take your questions, think about it, come up with a strategy and a solution that will help you grow your business. Now, that is important for you to do. So set up a routine, okay? Do this on a periodic basis. I suggest that you begin doing this on a weekly basis first, and once the routine is set and you trust your team or your agency to do well, you now have a sync set up. Maybe a quarter from the beginning, you can ease out and do it once in a fortnight, but I think that's the frequency that is required for you to review. If need be, invest in analytical tools so that you can understand the analytics, look at what's happening, and decide the next course of action based on that. So that is a set of actionable ideas you can do to avoid ignoring analytics, to really focus on it and decide your social media marketing based on the analytics. Mistake number 3 that I've seen most companies make is over promotion. Okay, there is a principle of sales that is, everybody loves to buy, but everybody hates being sold. Over promoting your products or service actually drives clients away. They hate being bombarded with messages of buy. So instead of that, make sure that you have engaging content. Focus on your customer's problems, and try and resolve those problems with your content. Weave storytelling in your content so that it's engaging and entertaining. Maintain the healthy ratio of 80-20. 80% of the times you provide value, engaging content, and talk to the clients and their pain, express empathy, and 20% of the times you promote so that they have an opportunity to buy if they so feel like. So make a healthy balance of engaging content and promoting your products or services. Don't just go hammer and tongs, promote. Also give your agency or team, whichever way you are, and I'm going to say team from now on. So give your team a little bit of time to actually produce monetary results. Most of us get impatient. We hire a team, and in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, we don't see result. We then stop working with them and throw the baby along with the bathwater, which means we not only change the agency or tweak something that the agency is doing, we actually stop working in that agency and stop digital marketing efforts altogether. Now, don't do that, okay? Ensure that you give your agency enough time and tweak till you get results. But make sure that your content is not over promoting. In your zeal to produce results, you're not over promoting. Do it with a healthy mix of engaging content 80% and 20% promotion of products and services. Mistake number 4 in your social media marketing strategy is having inconsistent branding across various platforms. All right, make sure that you have consistent branding across various channels of social media marketing so that people can actually experience your brand as omnipresent. There's a principle that when you show up all the places, the trust on your brand begins to grow just from the fact that you're showing up everywhere. So imagine if your ideal customer avatar sees you on Instagram with the same kind of brand colors, same logo, same theme, same messages, and a little while later they see you on Facebook, and a little while later they see you on LinkedIn in the same vein, same zone. When you send them an email, if they're on your email list, the email goes with the same branding. When they see you on your website, it has similar theme and branding. So when they start seeing you in the similar branding, same theme, same zone, it starts to register to them that, hey, I've seen this organization, this brand somewhere. Oh, I saw a reel from them. Oh, I saw an advertisement from them. Oh, I received an email from them. Oh, yeah, I've seen their website. then what happens is that this consistency gives them an experience of you being present everywhere around them. And that is how they start to believe that you're a credible brand worth doing business with. And in India, getting somebody's trust is one of the first steps to getting people to buy from you. Once they trust the brand, Indian consumers are way too loyal for that brand and continue to buy from them. In fact, it's true for people across the world, but it's even more true for India because loyalty and having that trust factor is one of the integral parts of Indian culture. So ensure that when you do social media marketing, you define some brand guidelines, some themes, colors, fonts, zones like that, and ensure that your team is aware of it and is adhering to it. Make sure that when you see your entire social media marketing portfolio, all the posts, all the mails together, they must appear in your brand colors, brand themes, brand logos, have the same guidelines for the logo appearing, and so on and so forth. If you do not have a brand guideline, I highly recommend that you hire a professional who can help you create one. But it's important for a long run. Imagine for a year, 2 years, 3 years, you're doing your social media marketing effort with the same branding guidelines, and in 3 years time you really will have a repository of content floating on the internet that's all pointing to the same place in the same way. And this is going to magnify the results you get from your social media marketing. So do not ignore the branding guidelines, the brand, the theme, and make sure that you apply that to social media marketing. Mistake number 5 is not giving enough importance to engagement. What does that mean? Well, as soon as your social media team is going to start doing the marketing well, you will see a lot of people engaging with your content, commenting on it, asking questions, and you need to personally dedicate some time to ensuring that you give them the answers, or you train your team to represent your philosophy, value system, and answer like you would answer that particular question. In fact, you can also get your team from time to time to come back to you with a few questions or a few comments and get you to give your response to those comments. Now, whoever can post it, that's okay, but if you post it, even better. But the idea is for you to engage with the audience. In fact, from time to time, you should have live sessions where you can go live on the internet and give some answer to questions, or make some new announcements, or engage with your audience to build trust, get them to be part of your journey. For example, you're launching something new, you can get your audience to come together and help you name that product, or define that strategy, or give them a teaser, or make some important announcement. So be the face and create a live engaging model so that people really engage with you, they experience that you engage with them, and therefore this relationship is worth something, because people always buy you before they actually buy your products and services. Okay, so ensure that you create this whole experience of you being the face and engage with your audience from time to time, because engagement will drive or multiply the results that your social media marketing is going to get for you. So do not neglect the power of engagement. Do engage with you. Get your team to remind you from time to time to take some time out of your calendar and engage with the audience from time to time. Mistake number 6 is be enamored by the new shiny thing syndrome and choosing the wrong platform to do your marketing on. What happens in the social media world is things are changing so dynamically every day. There's a new platform coming in, it becomes a rage. All the people jump on it, everybody is trying it out, and so on and so forth. Do not get distracted by all this noise. make sure that you choose 1, 2, maximum 3 platforms, and those 3 platforms must be the platform where your ideal client avatar spends most amount of time. If your ideal client avatar spends most amount of time only on one platform, if your ideal customer is only on one platform, do not get seduced to go on 2, 3, 4, 7 platforms. Okay, if the world is on TikTok, you don't need to be on TikTok as well. You just need to focus on where is your ideal client spending time, and then go behind that. If your ideal client, and there are some ideal client avatars who are not even very active online, they're active offline in conferences, in chamber of commerce, in networking events, then you must be present in a way that you're influencing those events. Like, you can actually get chamber of commerce to promote you socially and so on, so that the members who are a part of the chamber of commerce, they see you in that light. So ensure that your social media marketing first finds out where your ideal client avatar is, and then choose only those channels that make the biggest impact with those first. And then if you have the time, effort, energy, and money to do something else, then you can do that. But otherwise, conserve all the effort and focus on 1, 2, maximum 3 channels where your ideal client avatars are. Mistake number 7 is poor content quality. And you will now ask me, how is that my responsibility? That is why I pay a team to do my social media marketing. But hang on, what kind of monies do you spend on that? That's a big one. The principle here is, if you give peanuts, you're only going to get monkeys. Do not be stingy on spending on good quality design, good copy, and ensure that you also have this concept of maker and checker. Remember, ultimately, whatever your team does, it is your brand reputation at stake. So it is your job to ensure you have things in place that ensures high quality design, great copy, and there is some amount of proofreading that is happening. You don't have to do it yourself, but ensure that nothing goes out without we vetting it, without ensuring great quality, because very easily mediocre content can actually tick people off. And once an audience switches off, it's very difficult to get them engaged again. So ensure that the content that you produce is high quality, is designed well, and there is some amount of proofreading that goes into it, so that you don't go out with content that has mistakes, errors, which are small stuff. And when you do that, that kind of tells the kind of organization people are experiencing and they're going to deal with. Remember, there is this huge concept you want to really look at, and that's called moment of truth. When your ideal clients get in touch with any kind of post, messages on social media, they're going to make an impression of what is the kind of company this is. Is this company someone that is detail oriented and pays attention to small details, and therefore my money is going to be safe with them, my business is going to be safe with them? Or this is the kind of company that does not pay attention to small stuff, it's big stuff, it's only trying to project something, but there are so many errors that they're missing out on. If that is the case, then they are going to ignore you or be hesitant to trust you enough to give you their business. So it makes a difference. Ensure that the design is great, the copy is great, and there's some amount of proofreading you do. Whoever makes it, there is another person who checks it, and then and only then the content goes out. All right. So make sure all of this happens. Do not ignore the quality of the content. That is mistake number 7. Let's now look at mistake number 8. Mistake number 8 is failing to adapt to the changes that social media is offering. Every social media application, channel is coming up with many changes almost on a regular basis. Like when I went on LinkedIn, all LinkedIn had was posts, and then it had articles, then it had newsletters, then it had carousels, then it had live events, then it had live audio events. So it has added so many things in a short span of time. And if we as a business are not adapting to these changes, not working on the new things that social media is offering, we might get left behind. So while I'm saying on one side, do not get enamored by the new sexy thing or go to different channels and spread yourself thin. But if a channel is working for you, and if that channel is offering you newer, more engaging ways to engage with the audience and audience is lapping it up, then you don't get left behind. Don't stay back. Make sure you jump on the bandwagon. If webinars are the in thing right now, go to webinars if your audience is going to attend the webinars. If lives is the latest thing, and if your clients, you see that a lot of them are going to the lives, then ensure that you do lives as well. If you see your audience, a lot of them are going to audio events, audio only events, and if you're left behind, then it's going to be a problem. So make sure that you're leveraging the latest that is on offer. If that's the right thing for you, you must jump into it and do not ignore. Be flexible, adapt to changes. Don't be in a mode that, oh, no, all the things that have worked in the past, we'll continue to do those things only. No. All right, make sure that you're adapting to the latest offerings, the latest things, and ensure you keep an eye on what is your customer moving on to, so that you can actually match them step to step and actually be present in front of them in the most meaningful way without being left behind. The ninth and the 10th mistakes that I've seen most small businesses make are the most drastic of the mistakes. The first one I want to talk about, which is mistake number 9, is not having clear call to actions on your content. I have seen so many organizations create some amazing content, provide some amazing value, but they do not tell their reader, the audience, their ideal clients what to do next so that they can go to the next stage of the relationship. Now, I'm not saying every piece of content should have a call to action that will lead to a sale. Okay, buy from us. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying not having a call to action is a challenge. Every piece of content must have a clear call to action. If you've made a piece of content which is a low investment content. What I mean by low investment content is a content that can be consumed easily and does not need too much investment of time, because strangers who don't know you are not going to invest a lot of time on your content, right? They're going to spend a little time on you to just check you out. Then make sure you have a call to action that takes them to the next level of the relationship, which means you can say, hey, if you like this small post that I've made about XYZ, you will also like an article that I've written on this, which goes into depth of this same topic. Here is the link to that article. Now, if the audience clicks on that and reads the article, now they've invested a little more time with you, and that small call to action, which is a very innocent and a link that actually provides value, that kind of a call to action takes the relationship one step ahead. At the end of the article, you can also say, hey, we have a video series which helps you produce X results. Because you've read this article, you may be interested in the video series. It's absolutely free. Why don't you go to my YouTube channel and watch it there? And there, you've taken them from a small post, small investment to a slightly larger time investment. And then from there, getting them more engaged so that they can actually consume more of your content. And that is a example of a call to action that takes your audience from one stage of the relationship to the next. Imagine if you have amazing article or content and that has provided enough value for somebody to be curious about, how do I now engage with this company? How do I buy their products or services? There must be some link to your website which can actually help them take the next step in the relationship. So you must evaluate what is the content producing, what kind of value it is giving, and what would be an appropriate call to action that will take the reader, the audience to the next logical step in that relationship. You will be surprised by how many people click on that link and go to the next level. So make sure that you're always aiming and angling to take your audience, if they're strangers, to get to know you. If they already know you and consuming small bits of your content, from there to getting to like you, which means provide some more value. And if they're liking you already, they're consuming your content, they're engaging with you, then you give them an opportunity to start trusting you by actually providing them something where they have to give you their name, email ID, maybe a lead magnet, so that they start giving you something in exchange to get value. Okay. And then the sales can actually follow. So not every call to action is sales oriented, but not having a call to action on your content is like doing social media marketing, but not saying, hey, where is the end? We just keep going in a circle. So don't do that. Ensure that there is a call to action at every social media marketing opportunity that you have. Okay. So ensure that that happens. Let's talk about mistake number 10, and that is avoiding paid advertisements. Paid advertisements are the fastest way to get people to know you, like you, and trust you. And paid advertisement is not always about I will pay advertisement to have sales happen. You can actually do paid advertisement to get people to consume your content as well. That way, what you're doing is you're looking at the content that people are liking already and adding some more fuel to it. Okay, so that it runs faster, it goes longer distance, and more people consume that, which means you can actually put some money in boosting your post, in making sure some of your videos that are liked, putting some advertisement money behind those videos so that your ideal clients can see you, make a large number of your ideal clients experience your content and get into your circle of influence by putting in some paid advertisement. Of course, paid advertisement can also get people who already know you, like you, engage with you, comment on you, have visited your website. You can remarket to them in a way that they now see the paid offerings you have and buy your products or services, because now they already know you and like you. They've seen your website, they've seen your content, they've engaged with it, they've maybe downloaded a lead magnet, they're on your email list, and now they see an advertisement of this new thing that you've come up with, which is amazing, has great benefits, and they jump in to buy this. So do not avoid paid marketing. Paid marketing can be done in very intelligent ways, and paid marketing can actually have great return on ad spends if your agency or your team is doing the right things. So ensure that you study it, you look at how you can get more people in your circle of influence and buying from you, but do not avoid paid advertisement. This is a huge mistake. If you want to grow quicker and faster, then paid advertisement is the way. If you want to grow broader and take a long haul, then organic content. I suggest, while organic content is doing its job and is taking its own time, spend some money to get quick results as well. That will give you the bump in energy, and therefore you will stay committed to your social media marketing efforts. So those are the 10 mistakes you must avoid. I'm just going to do a quick recap for you to get a sense of what those 10 mistakes are. So in summary, you make sure that you lay out your social media strategy first, point A, point B, and the route to get there. You ensure that you focus on analytics and do regular reviews of your social media effort and keep tweaking till you find your rhythm. Do not over promote yourself. Make sure there's a healthy mix of 80% of engaging content and 20% of sales content, only 20% of sales content. Ensure that everything is consistent to your brand. Wherever people see you, in whatever channel, they see the same brand colors, the same logos, the same theme, and they have an experience of you being omnipresent. Ensure that you engage with the audience that engages with you. If you do not engage with the audience, it's going to be a huge challenge. So ensure that you engage with the audience and answer questions, go on lives, etc., etc. Point number 6 is use the right platform. Ensure that your content is great quality ensure that you're adapting to the various changes that are happening on each platform, ensure that all of that is working really, really fine. And remember, there is a call to action available. Please use call to action on all pieces of content. Use the right call to action. If it's a content made for strangers, then ensure that they go deep into your influence. And if it's a content made for people who already know you and like you, then please give them the next logical step to start buying from you. Ensure that there is a call to action. Whether people use it, click on it or not, don't worry about all that. And remember, paid advertisement can actually help you generate revenues quicker and faster. Use the paid advertisements to fuel your social media effort and to get quick returns on investment, while the organic effort takes a little longer to get your results. So ensure that the paid advertisement is also an option and you use it really well. That's a wrap, guys. 10 mistakes you must avoid to help grow your social media marketing. If you're liking the content so far, make sure you hit the like button. That will help YouTube to understand this is interesting and will help us spread this message far and long. And hit subscribe if you want to get notified whenever we make videos like this. This is a video that will help you grow your small business. So make sure you hit like, subscribe. If you feel like, you can share it with people who you think are going to be benefited by this. And I'll be really grateful for that.